Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit of an announcement slash launch kind of video. Before we get into that, I wanted to quickly mention that today's hashtag #PlantifyMyPet is brought to you by Texiderp. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Please correct me down in the comments if I'm saying that wrong. I believe this leopard gecko's name is Nebu, and this was a really fun pet to plantify. And if you are interested in having your pet plantified, jump on over to my Instagram, tag any of your pet photos for a chance for me to use them as reference and practice pet portrait slash animal plant combination skills. Yeah. And right before we get into the announcement, I did want to mention if you were interested in the materials I am using in this video, make sure to check out the description. I will have everything linked there. Let's get to the announcement. So I have been a part of a lot of creative monthly challenges. There's obviously the huge one in October that is coming up in October. There is Mermay in May, of course, and there have been countless others that have been popping up that are so super fun to be a part of. One I was recently a part of was the ACEOApril, created by Claire of BlacksummerColouring. Her creating that challenge, which has now extended into ACEO August, that really inspired me back in April to think about, if I were to create a creative challenge, what would it be? And the more I thought about it, the more I sort of stressed myself out, and I had a lot of negative emotions and ideas that came up about past challenges where I either didn't complete them, or I really stressed myself out, or didn't give myself enough time, and in general didn't put myself in a great mental space. And once things got stressful during the challenges, I would either give up or feel all sorts of negative emotions and guilt for not continuing. And maybe that's not as intense for some of you, but I have a feeling that there's been a lot of negative kind of stuff around these kinds of challenges just by what I have seen from other artists I know on other social media platforms. I've seen artists that seem to already be in an anxious place as early as August or before that. While I would love to have a creative challenge where it was drawing a certain subject or this and that, and maybe I'll do that in the future, what I really need, and maybe what the community really needs, is a way to challenge us to improve our self-care habits. If we can work on those, that will help us with other art challenges and our art careers and really anything in life. If we can really focus on taking care of our self-care habits and devote an entire month to practicing those, that is a monthly challenge I really want to get behind. The goal of Share Self-Care September, or Sept, to be a little bit shorter because that was already a little bit of a long hashtag, if we're going to be honest. I wanted to create this challenge where we can come together, have some support and encouragement while we are all working on improving ourselves. And specifically, every day, the idea is for you to document one self-care act that you are doing for yourself. That could be in a form of a photo or written, music you're writing, video. It could be really anything. The idea is to just be documenting something you are doing for yourself every single day and sharing that with the community. This can be as big as you want it, or something really simple that is meaningful to you and your self-care journey and habits that you're building. My hope is, as we all as a community are sharing these little snippets into our lives, we are not only going to find a lot of comfort from the community at large taking part in this, but we'll be able to see what others are documenting. You'll be able to come up with even more ideas for helping yourself, and really things will build. I'm hoping that instead of feeling really drained or feeling like you need to find extra time in the day to complete the challenge, that it'll be something that you can build into your routine right now. No matter how busy you are in September, you'll be able to find little snippets of time to devote to yourself because you really do deserve it. Hopefully something about this challenge you'll be able to take with you and incorporate that into a routine. So how do you participate, you might ask? If you check out my Instagram and Twitter, I do have these images right now of the prompts as well as sort of the basic how-to, and I wanted to keep this pretty open. I did want to have some word prompts just because I feel like if I don't have anything to go off of, it can feel a little bit like a void that I'm reaching into when I'm trying to come up with ideas, whether that's creatively or for something like this. And so if you're like me, having a word might be really helpful. You definitely don't have to follow them, but they're there as guidelines if you're interested in following them. Every day I plan on posting a little extra blurb with that day's prompt to give you a little bit more information. It might be something like a quote or a lesson or even a question to sort of ask yourself to get your mind thinking and in that space to figure out how to take care of yourself that day. A big reason I created this as well is I feel like there's a lot of misinformation about what self-care actually is. Drinking a glass of wine or having a bubble bath is what self-care is. And while those could definitely be self-loving acts that you are doing for yourself to help you sort of regenerate the energy you might have lost or help your mental health, those are not the only things that self-care are, and in fact there's a wide range of different ways you can take care of yourself. Some of them are a little more uncomfortable, but really get at what your mind and body might need at that given point, and once you can take care of those needs, you are going to be able to thrive and be so much more fulfilled in your life. I don't want there to be stigma about taking care of ourselves. I don't want there to be this idea that what you are doing is selfish and that you aren't allowed to share that. We are allowed to be happy and seek out that happiness. That is not a selfish act. If you are interested in following #ShareSelfCareSeptember, make sure to check out my links down below to my Twitter post, my Instagram, and I have a little bit more information and some FAQs over on my website. I'll also have that link down below. One last little bit that I wanted to tack on the end here was that as a part of me committing to this self-care challenge, I want to wholly commit to you guys, to having those posts out, to have these prompts available, and be completely present with all of you that are going through this. And I also recognize that I have been having a bit of a hard time this year, and I've taken little breaks here and there, but I haven't taken any breaks from YouTube. I've maybe skipped out on a week or two here with the intention of maybe changing my schedule or this and that, but really I have been on YouTube for about a year and a half, posting nonstop every single week. I've had months where I've posted every single day or multiple times a week and haven't really given myself time off from that. This month is going to be a little bit of a vacation for posting to YouTube. Now, that is not entirely true because I am going to be posting for the Animal Artist Collective coming up this month. That I actually already have planned out. I have the piece ready in my head at the very least. As for weekly videos, I am going to be taking a little bit of a vacation from posting to really take care of myself this month, as well as shooting more videos and content for YouTube that I've felt a little bit behind on. I also wanted to do a quick thank you to all of you that have been sharing the pet commissions that I currently have open. I still have spots available if you guys are interested. These portraits are going to be similar to what I'm doing here and my other Plantify My Pet kinds of portraits. So if you are interested, I do have that post pinned to the top of my Twitter feed, so if you are interested, check that out. I'll also have a link to that down below. These are for me to raise money for pet bills that one of our cats has accrued. He is doing so much better. Thank you guys so much for checking in on him. all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me paint this while I chatted about this new self-care challenge that we're embarking on in September. And with that, I hope you guys have a creatively fulfilled day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!